Welcome back. Some concerning news for Australian kids this morning with a nationwide shortage of speech therapists. Some families are waiting up to 20 months for a consultation.
Paediatric speech pathologist Caitlin O'Meara joins us now to discuss this. Caitlin, thanks so much for joining us. Why is there a shortage?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of parts to this. I think the first part is that speech pathology is quite a niche area. So unless you've had a personal experience or connection to the profession, there's a lack of awareness of what a speech pathology career can look like. So to begin with, this can limit the amount of people going into the profession. I think the second part is that more universities need to offer speech pathology programs across the nation. And finally, but most importantly, is that we really need to look after the speech pathologists when they do enter the workforce. What we're seeing at the moment is with high caseloads, they're being overworked, and then this is unfortunately leading to burnout.
Yeah, and as you say, if those parents, like 20 months for a consultation, you're going to miss milestones if you don't get to a speech pathologist. So that could set that child back even further, not only, personally, but at school, right?
Absolutely. Yes, it really can. And I think early intervention is just so important. There's so much evidence behind early intervention. So the quicker that we can act, the better.
So the national budget predicted a $10.7 billion injection into the NDIS over 4 years. Is that budget boost going to help? Is that going to be enough?
Yeah, I guess I'm probably not best placed to answer that question, but I think the more money, the better. Disability services is a huge area and it's going to continue to grow. So I think it's incredibly important that we have the funding there for people living with disabilities so that they can access the services that they need. Likewise, we need to ensure that there's therapists there to meet that demand as well.
Well, let's just talk about parents out there who worried that their child's development could be falling behind. What are the signs they should be looking out for?
Yeah, so at each age, your child should be developing new skills, and if they're not developing new skills, then this can be cause for concern. But there are red flags to look out for at any age, and these do include a significant loss or change to skills, no response to sound or visual stimulus, poor interaction with other adults or peers, minimal or lack of eye contact, and of course, not reaching those developmental milestones.
And what are the next steps for parents if they do identify some of those signs?
Yeah, so you're the expert on your child, and so if you do have any concerns, I would really encourage you to act as early as possible. Book in with your child's doctor and voice your concerns about what you're seeing, and your doctor will likely recommend or encourage you to book in with a speech pathologist for an assessment to figure out what is going on for your child.
So what can parents do at home to support the kids' communication skills?
Yeah, so one of the first things that you can do is follow your child's lead. So what I mean by this is getting face-to-face with your child and taking an interest in whatever that your child is captured in at that moment. So, for example, if they're reading books, they might be reading one of your books, David, Stupid Carrots or Bedtime is Boring. So as a parent, you might sit with them while they're reading that book and you might comment on whatever they're pointing to on that page. And this then will allow you to be a laid-back, fun play partner as opposed to directive or bossy. So we really do need to let go of our agenda as parents when we are playing with kids. My second tip is to balance comments and questions. So as adults, we do tend to ask a lot of questions, and we need to remember that life is not a quiz and kids get really bored of that.
That's
so
true.
The rule of thumb is 4 comments to every 1 question that is asked. So that is quite a lot when you try and do it in practice. But yeah, really important to be making lots of comments.
Interesting. Really good advice, and we really appreciate your time this morning, Caitlin.
Thanks, Caitlin.
Thank you. It's affecting so many families. And for more information, head to physioinc.com.au. Still to come.